Dia Gwitch, on Shackton Shot, Tomage Egg Lanund Arrive Le Bia. This week we're continuing on with food. So Shohid Kupla Focal Nua. So Iran Cade Lena, on Cade Kian. Bulla, smell. So say it with me. Bulla. Agus Arish. Bulla. An Darakian, Cuma. Cuma means look or appearance. So not like look as in a verb, not like look at that. It means look, it has a nice look to it, or a nice look about it. So, ta cuma jas air. It has a nice look about it. Ta cuma u fosuk air. It has an awful or horrible look about it. So that's like if you were talking about a meal, whether it looked nice or not. So, say it with me. Cuma. Agus Arish. Cuma. Okay, and trio count. Jacker. Difficult or hard. Say it with me. Jacker. Agus Arish. Jacker. Okay, on Kahru picture. Easka. No, simply. You can use either of these. Easka, easy. Simply, simple. Easka, simply. Agus Arish. Easka, simply. On Kugu picture. Mask. The verb to mix. So, vask me na co-over. I mixed the ingredients. So, Obair Bhaile, mask, Agus Arish, mask. On Sheu picture, usage, the verb to use. So you could say, usage me a lawn, co-over, san itches. I used a lot of ingredients in the recipe. So, Obair Bhaile, usage. Agus Arish. Usage. Okay, an Daralina on Cade Picture. Quishnor. Fridge. So Obair Bhaile. Quishnor. Quishnor. Agus Arish. Quishnor. On Dara picture, rocha, frozen. You probably have heard this before, like ukta rocha, ice cream. It really means frozen cream. Ro and rocha come from the word for ice, so that's why it's linked with ice cream. So rocha, frozen. So you could say, ta bia rocha sa quishnor. There's frozen food in the fridge freezer. So Obair Bhaile, rocha. Agus Arish, rocha. And trio picture, row on, icing. So can you see the link with the row in row on and the rocha in frozen? Because they all have something to do with ice. So row on, icing. So Obair Bhaile, row on. Agus Arish, row on. On Kahru picture Erin Darlena, Pudor curry. I bet you can guess this one. It sounds very much like what it is in English. Curry powder. So Pudor curry. Obair Bhaile, Pudor curry. Agus Arish, Pudor curry. Agus on Kugu picture, Shellady. Snails. I guess you're wondering, oh dear, what's this doing in a video about Bia? Obair Bhaile, Shellady. Agus Arish, Shellady. Agus on picture Darnach, iron, oven. Iron. Obair Bhaile, iron. Agus Arish, iron. Okay, nish doing the hula. Oscail de hula, cad a hoag mé. Hoag mé úsáid, use. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé an am seo. Thóg mé aon oban. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé inis. Thóg mé jacker, difficult or hard. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé. Thóg mé rocha, frozen. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé an term seo. Thóg mé éasca or siimplí. Dún de hula inis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé. Thóg mé cuma. Tá cuma jazz air. There is a nice look about it. Cuma. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé. Thóg mé bulla, smell. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé. Thóg mé mask, to mix. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé. Thóg mé púdar curry. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé. Thóg mé shelladí. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé. Thóg mé cuisneoir. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Cad a thóg mé. Thóg mé róán. Dún de hula ríis. Oscail de hula. Thóg mé gachrod. So inis, an céad ceann. Try yourself. See if you can do it without me. An céad ceann. Bulla. An dara ceann. Cuma. An tríú ceann. Jacker. An ceathrú ceann. Éasca or siimplí. An cúgú ceann. Mask. An séú ceann. Use. Úsáid. Ar an dara líne. An céad ceann. Cuisneoir. An dara ceann. Rocha. An tríú ceann. Icing. Kind of similar to the last one. Róán. An ceathrú ceann. Púdar curry. An cúgú ceann. Shelladí. Agus an ceann dearnach. Ayan. Now nábí burtha, don't be worried. Nábí burtha mura cuimhnig to gachrod, if you didn't remember everything, because you have the video now. You can look at it as many times as you want. Okay, so we're going to move on now. Agus táimid chun fécant ar na phrásaí a bhaimid ag fálam an challenge. So, féach an buachal agus a athair tá siad ag déanamh bia. So cén sort phrásaí nó cén sort ceistena a churann tú. Here's one. Conas a rinne tú é. And we talk about looking at the Irish that we know. So, conas atá tú, how are you? So we know that conas means how. We know rinne isn't do or make. So conas a rinne tú é. How did you make it? So abre lumsa. Conas a rinne tú é. Agus a ríis. Conas a rinne tú é. Now usually in Irish, when you're asked a question with a verb in it like rinne, you're probably going to be answering it with a verb like rinne. But think about it this way. If somebody said to you, how would you make it? Would you say, I made it by A, B, and C, or would you use other verbs like I put, I mixed? So let's have a look here. You could answer this by saying, dúsáid me, I used. Cuir me, I put. Vask me iad, I mixed them. Or you could go one step further and say, vask me iad le céile. So let's say those ones together. Dúsáid me, cuir me, vask me iad. So somebody could say to you, conas a rinne to pancóga. You could say, dúsáid me plór, agus im, agus banne, agus ivica. Then you could say, cuir me an plór, agus an banne, agus na hivica sa bhabhla. Mask me iad, agus an sin cuir me an im isteach. So let's try that one again. Conas a rinne tú é. Dúsáid me, I used. Cuir me, I put. Vask me iad, I mixed them. Okay, ceistela. Conas a dhéanfaí me é. So, déan is an irregular verb. In our past tense we say rinne, but in our future we say déanfaí. So here it's the same thing, conas from conas atá tú, which means how. Déanfaí, which means will make. So conas a dhéanfaí me é. How will I make it? So this is kind of like the other person asking the question. So say that with me. Conas a dhéanfaí me é. Agus a ríis. Conas a dhéanfaí me é. Conas a dhéanfaí me é. And this time, if you were asking somebody, how will I make that? They probably wouldn't say back to you, you will make it with. They would give you some orders. So we remember that in Irish, if you're giving somebody an order, you just use the short name of the verb. You don't need to make any changes. You don't have to put on any H's. You don't have to put on any endings. You just use the name. So here the person is saying, tógamach, take out. Úsáid, use. Cuir isteach, put in. Mask iad, mix them. You can see there's no H on mask this time, because I'm not saying I mixed them. I'm somebody now saying to somebody else, hey you, mix them. So let's go through that one together again. Say it after me. Conas a dhéanfaí me é. And then we give our orders. Tógamach, úsáid, cuir isteach, mask iad. So if somebody said, conas a dhéanfaí me curry glasery, vegetable curry, I could say, tógamach scían agus bhabhla. Úsáid an scían agus gearr suas na glasery. Cuir isteach na glasery. Cuir isteach an púdar curry. Cuir isteach píosa uisce agus mask iad. I'm giving orders here. Now here's another question, and this is very similar to one we had last week. Last week we talked about cad iad na comhábhar atá le teastáil and cad iad na trealamh atá le teastáil. What are the ingredients and what are the equipment that are needed? Now we're saying the exact same thing, but we're saying, what do I need? So this word here, we've talked about our small little Irish words that we add a person onto. So you know that do with me becomes dum. Le with me becomes lum. We were learning these recently. This one, it's o, and me becomes And o means two things. It means to kind of go away from someone. So if you were saying tá sé ag ri you mean he's running away from me. But it also means that you need something. So if you say tá something I need it. Okay? So here we could say cad iad na co-over atá What are the ingredients that I need? So let's say that together. Cad iad na co-over atá You say it with me. Cad iad na co-over atá And now let's try it with equipment. Cad iad na tralav atá Cad iad na tralav atá And the answer to that quite simply is tá whatever uich. So you're answering the person and you're saying you need this. So you could say tá bowla agus scian agus fork uich. You need it. Tá glasri agus puder curry agus ishke uich. You need it. So I need, uich, you need. And in our second video this week, we're going to go through all of the different ones of those together. Agus an ceann dearnach, an féidir leat cowrú lum. So we know that lum, we know it from ismahlum, but we also know it means le, which is with, and me, with me. An féidir leat means can you. So we only have one word left to figure out here, and it's cowrú, which means help. So an féidir leat cowrú lum, can you help with me? Can you help me? So that could be something you could ask somebody if you were making some food. An féidir leat cowrú lum. So you say it with me one more time. An féidir leat cowrú lum. So this week, a good few of these questions are very, very like what we learned last week, just a slightly different way of saying it. So I hope that with a bit of practice, those shouldn't be too hard for you to learn. So give it a good try and slán.